So, video partially about that slightly rubbish game v Shakhtar. It's 3 points. We got them. We didn't play well. Actually watched Liverpool and Man City's game sort of at the same time in the pub yesterday. Neither of them really played very well. Possibly slightly less terribly than us. Shakhtar were a much better outfit than I expected. Defending well, goalie played well despite banging one in with his arse. Poor guy. We had good moments. Trossard horribly out of form. Don't know why Havertz didn't take the penalty. Martinelli playing really well. It's, 7 points from our first 3 games is good. Winning 100% of your games in which you don't go down to 10 men is good. Some of the overhyped negativity is just ridiculous. We've had a good start to the season. I could do a separate video later in the week talking about the Liverpool game. But what I've been reminded of by an Athletic piece and a few other things popping up on the socials is that it's exactly 20 years to the day today since what became known as the Battle of the Buffet. And everyone's interested in, first few years the question was who threw the pizza? And it's all about a scuffle stroke punch up in a tunnel. One of multiple confrontations we had over the years at Old Trafford. It's always at Old Trafford, incidentally, it kicks off where they feel a little bit safer. I mean, separately, I was there that year and the year before. I'm always there for Man U, Arsenal. They're scum fans, absolute scum fans. On the way in the year before, I saw a big group of lads, early 20s, swinging fake punches at a tiny woman, 5'2", black lady in an Arsenal kit, throwing punches at her face and pulling out at the last minute, terrifying her till she was bent down, cowering, and then pushing and shoving her. The year of the Battle of the Buffet, saw a kid, probably 11 years old, crying his eyes out in the toilet, completely covered in spit, being cornered by a bunch of Man U fans, a bunch of men, he said, who'd spat all over him. Scum. That was the atmosphere. We felt like we wanted our players out there defending us. I'm glad about what Martin Keown did. Peggy! I'm glad about what Martin Keown did the season before. But that season, the game 50, I find it very hard to believe. I mean, I was interviewed before the Shakhtar game by some random channel asking about corruption, whether referees are bribed against Arsenal. For years, I just thought that the referees were terrified of Fergie. We all know that it was shown by, what was he, Iraqi? There was a Liverpool fan who crunched all the numbers, I remember, in the early noughties. Every single referee who gave a decision against Manchester United would never get another game at Old Trafford for years afterwards. The FA, was it? I don't know if it was PGMOL then, but they were enthralled to Fergie. If Fergie slagged off a referee, that referee then automatically doesn't get Man U games, which means you don't get the big games, which means you don't get the cup finals, which means you don't go to World Cups. People knew, referees knew, if you gave something against Manchester United, it would hurt your career. So that was the low-level, intimidation-based bias that people knew that it could ruin your career to give a decision against Manchester United. But that day, it was more than that. Now I think that, above the knee studs in challenge from Ruud van Nistelrooy on Ashley Cole is a very, very obvious red card right in front of the linesman. I think that the way that the two Neville brothers went to war and booted Reyes all over the pitch, very, very clear fouls, unpunished. But the one that really gets me, the one that doesn't quite make sense, is early on, Freddie Ljungberg threw on goal, getting rugby tackled by Rio Ferdinand. Now, why would you make that challenge if you don't know the fix is on? That's what I thought at the time. I've not really changed my mind that much about that. Why, if Rio Ferdinand hasn't been told that he can get away with whatever he wants, why would he do that? Why would you make a very, very obvious red card foul early on in a game? I think that there was more than just intimidatory corruption must have been at play then. Anyway, that's the standard bonkers Arsenal tinfoil conspiracy theories. Other people will say, oh no, corruption doesn't exist in England. Of course not. Empires are never corrupt because we make up different words for it, you know. We don't bribe politicians is lobbying. The people doing the corruption, if their skin colour's like this, they can convince themselves it's called something else. Anyway, it stunk. Game 50 stunk. Their fans are scum. So I find it hard, you know, I'm desperate to beat Liverpool this weekend. But I can never really hate, my hair is a state, I need a wash. I can never hate Liverpool quite to the extent that I hate Man U and hate Man City. Man U, it was based on intimidation. Man City, clearly based on corruption. Yeah. Anyway, I'm always on the side of the Scousers against the Manx, I guess.